Hey YouTube, welcome back. It is Icon. Thanks for checking out another episode. Today, we have got a doozy for you. We are on board with ARCITYS as he goes absolutely insane. He drops a 50 bomb. It has been a pretty long time since we have seen a 50 bomb. Even 40 bombs are like rare, right? A player coming out and going 40 and 30 or 40 and 25, that's super rare. But even more rare than that is a 50 bomb. So sit back, enjoy as we are on board with ARCITYS. They are going to battle against the Minnesota ROKKR, and Minnesota plays pretty well overall. Basically, this entire Hardpoint series was pretty much split. So we've been seeing that a lot as of late, right? Minnesota's been splitting with Chicago. Chicago's been splitting with Florida. So a lot of these teams, you can just tell how close all of these teams are just in terms of skill. Most of the time it comes down to like one or two people clutching up, winning a rotation, or getting a two-piece in hill, and that is what ends up winning a map. So as we go ahead and get into the analysis here, you can see that there are 15 seconds left in the current P1 Hardpoint. The score is 0-11, but if you're Chicago, that's not all that bad because you have control of P2. So look for them to continue to hold this down as we're getting ready to rotate here. And this is a really good start, right? If you're Chicago, this is a good start just because of the fact that you were able to hold down those back P2 spawns and you didn't give up a ton of time inside of P1. We've talked about this kind of the last 2 or 3 times that we've broken down something on Gunrunner, where it's great to hold down that map position for P2, but if you end up giving up 35 or 40 seconds inside of P1, then it's all for nothing, right? Because first of all, it can be hard at times to even hold down P2. As you see, Chicago's about to get pushed out from the back of the map. They just spawned at the bottom, which means the top side of the map is completely flipped. So not only is it hard to hold it down, but if you end up giving up a ton of time inside of P1, it's basically washed that you're not going to have the lead going to P3, right? So it appears right now that the last 13 seconds here will end up going towards Chicago. Right there, RC's brought up his menu. He's just looking at the menu. This isn't the glitch that people are talking about. The glitch is when you're dead and you bring up the start menu. Right there, he was just trying to see where the red dots were coming from and give information to his team. But right above my head, in the right-hand side of the screen, there is a mini-map there, and I like what Chicago's trying to do right now. I don't know if they'll be successful. In fact, I think it was Scum, Formal, Envoy. They all just ended up dying right there. So the play that they were trying to do, which most teams have gotten pretty good at, is they had control of P2. As it's about to rotate towards P3, top left-hand side of the map, they push out towards P4, push out woods. Once you get in this area, if you're free and clear, then you can go ahead, push out the back of P5, and if you're able to get behind P5, now you're going to have these spawns as it rotates. And it's not even beneficial for really P3 or P4, because we've talked about it time and time again that P3 can really be held from either side of that hard point, but it is beneficial when it comes back to P5 because P2 is considered somewhat of a money hill on this map, but even more so would be P5. In my opinion, it's the most critical map on, or the most critical hard point on this map. Nice kills there by RCs. We'll see if they're able to get inside of P4 and lock down this time, or if they're able to flip for P5. But without further ado, I want to go ahead and I want to make sure that I get you guys into the team comms. I'm still going to break things down. I'll still stop and point out the most important things that I see. Nice two-piece there from Alec as he's trying to stop them from pushing inside of P4. But without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's listen to their team comms and see what they're talking about as we're about to rotate to P5 here.
He just went middle. One's gonna be intercrates on you. Intercrates on you, Matt. Dace him.
From bathroom.
Yeah, nothing.
One shot from bathroom, one top crate.
Top crate weak.
Nice. From bathroom, one shot, guys. Don't push out bathroom.
Silly's inner. Top crates. Good job. Silly.
Dead. Absolutely.
Inner two.
I'm
going to hit this
One
time
here.
again.
Okay. On bathrooms, Justin.
Dark side
I
time.
can't fucking see him, bro. Good job.
My inner hill.
You're on
Inner hill.
water?
Weak. Alex.
And you? Yeah,
I'll
he's in
go
back.
back
I'm going right, guys. I'm going right. I'm trying to block spawn.
I'm gonna spawn full oil.
Justin's weak P3. Justin's weak P3.
Yeah, spawn P3. They're spawning force.
on the heady, on the heady.
I stunned
Heady dead.
I got
Nice.
workforce.
3.
I'm hitting him.
I'm sliding. They're
Flying in hill.
I think they
Yeah,
spawn
I'm
P3
baiting
now.
it.
Yeah, they did.
So I just want to point this out real quick. This is a really nice opportunity here for Chicago to break P5. So RCs came up off a spawn. He was back here. They had people inside of P4. As P4 left, they pushed through woods, and they were able to get a couple kills and get through. As that was happening, RCs pushed out the top side of the map. So right now they're approaching from both the bottom side of the map and they're approaching from the top side of the map. If they're able to get through boxes and get a team wipe inside of P5, then that's going to force Minnesota to spawn out. So they have the top spawn locked down. They have the bottom spawn locked down. We'll see if they're successful as they're about to push into P5 hardpoint here.
Give it a
Hill
throw.
dead.
Good job.
Could be in the back.
One's
yeah.
back.
One's box.
Yeah,
Free kill.
Kill the guy in the back. Kill the guy in the back, guys.
Back dead, back dead.
Try to look your boxes cross.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam. He's going doggy or
Dead,
window, I
dead.
think. Window.
There's one shot back left.
Wait, you got to the back?
Asim, one shot back left, dude.
The box.
Fuck, and only box is
One more box is absolute.
Asim's in that smoke center.
He's Adam. Adam.
Kill him out of time. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Boxes.
One front hill.
Box
I'm
cross.
playing you.
Watching
I'm-
cross.
yeah, I'm-
Justin,
Go
we
on
crossing.
there,
I
go on
got
there.
cross. I got cross.
They could be P2 already yet.
Justin's gonna be you right now.
One's probably gonna be on me back road trains.
Justin's gonna be you.
Yeah,
you
big
got-
tracks.
Okay.
And
You
in
press
red
him,
door.
didn't
I'm going. Yo,
In P2,
You
Alex. I got two
good
in there.
shit. Good shit,
Good
sir.
job, good job.
No,
Funny,
no,
they're
no,
Close
no,
one,
you.
close one, guys. Close one.
He
close
pushed
one.
water.
Short.
Fucking water.
Staying alive.
I haven't.
They're trying to watch you. They smoked off. They
I
smoked
got
off
bathrooms. I got the guy short.
I
I
can
got
grab time.
the
I'm
water.
grabbing
I got
time.
another one.
Yeah, you.
On time,
No,
one shot.
Hill.
Super weak on time.
Yo,
Yo,
tracks. Be
Got
tracked.
me.
No on time.
He's
bro.
looking for you. He's looking for you.
Oh, dead.
Nice.
Dead.
Go in.
Press
Hold
it, I got
right,
nades,
This
I
whole
got
chat.
nades.
No sure.
I'm about to hit
Yeah,
right.
right.
I'm about to hit
Flashing
right.
One's
Go
up.
with
I need help
crazy.
left. Yeah.
Going crazy.
Water?
Shot.
So again, just to re-emphasize the point that we talked about earlier, right now it's only a 10-point game and we're entering that second set of rotation. So both teams have done a really nice job of not only breaking the other team's hard points, but like right there on P5, Minnesota had that initially. They got broken by Chicago, and then they were able to get back in and get a few seconds there. So both teams are doing a really nice job. And again, this is just kind of how this game is going now, right? All of these guys have played thousands and thousands of hours of hard point on these 5 maps. So at this point in time, it really does just come down to who's going to win the rotation, such as with 2 seconds left as we're about to rotate to P2. Chicago is inside P2, so they're going to get this initial time. But are they going to be able to lock down this time in P2? Are they going to be able to string together a couple hard points as it rotates from P2 to P3? Let's go ahead. Let's listen back in and talk about their team comms.
Oh, he's top beam.
Beam dead, beam dead.
No one
Stay
front
alive.
door.
By
Red
time.
door dead.
Good shit.
Nice.
No,
No one front door.
Spawn lockers, spawn lockers.
I'm trying to find my life.
Flash in front.
Door's behind the rails.
No,
behind the
one
rails.
shot Justin's window.
Dead, one more.
Pitching.
He's window.
I'm saying you guys. I'm saying you.
Oh,
On crate spawn.
I spawned these
I
blockers.
spawn bathroom.
Got me time. Top beam above you, Preston.
Crate's
Well,
dead.
I'm
You got shit on him.
Oh,
Lockers.
I
Someone spawn lockers.
Dead.
One of
Top
them did.
beam. Nice.
Yeah, there's
I gave back. I gave
Nice
crates. I
shot,
gave
good
crates
job.
once.
I got two up.
I gave crates once.
Front.
I'm looking at my I'm looking at my van. I'm looking at my
They're
van.
more front.
I can kill this guy.
Pipe,
Go
pipe.
on, dark defense.
I'm looking at van. I'm looking at van.
Hey, nade in front, guys. I need help.
Van dead.
Front weak.
One
I have
shot.
a nade. One
He
shot.
killed me. He has to push.
Helping pipes.
I got him. Not him. Assault.
Two front.
Good
Two front.
job.
Dead. More front.
Yo, block. Oh.
Get my middle. Hold my middle.
I'm
I'm holding
pinching front. I'm pinching
Yeah,
front.
just keep being annoying front.
I didn't flash something
Alex
crates.
front.
Get
Alex
my
front.
middle. Get my middle.
Turn up.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
front.
I
They got me. They're spawning
Nade.
deep though. They're
One
spawning
shot
deep.
front.
I'll shoot you.
One
They're
shot.
spawning. They might be spawning closer now.
No one front heady. Front heady.
Dead.
Matt.
You need trophy on time.
Yeah, I'm trying to sit down. Nah,
Can someone push mid? Can someone push mid?
Lockers,
Yeah, yeah.
pipes flat.
Two lockers.
gotta help him.
Someone push my mid.
I'm
Someone push mid.
helping him. I'm helping
Maybe
him.
front.
I'm helping him.
Someone
I'm
shit.
hitting
I will,
nades
I
so
will.
bad, dude.
I got one crossing.
Cross. Keep looking
Pipe,
cross.
pipe, pipe.
Yeah,
One
I'm
more
this guy
cross,
mid. This guy
one
mid on me,
too.
Dill.
I won.
He's
Maybe
doing
one
it.
bang, maybe one bang.
Got
Stay
two.
on pressing. Stay on pressing.
Half
Close
all.
front.
For you. He's absolute.
Putting on.
Yeah, I'm getting a trophy on time.
Go, Bell.
One front. Dead.
Got trophy.
I'm going in.
Could be going mid. Yeah, they're gonna be mid.
Pipes. Yeah, pipes. Jason.
Front green. Front green.
Ace dead pipes.
I'm green, dude.
Hurt. Nice.
One shot front. Oh, I was fucking
Field, you're
frying
shit, bro.
right
That's
there.
my
Gonna get
bad.
Alex,
Top
I'm
three.
gonna get
I
Alex.
missed every bullet.
10 seconds. Get ready to move.
Alex,
One starting shit on me, old.
In green. In green. In green.
Right.
Alex.
And just if we're talking about this performance overall, this right there, that's like a game-changing hard point, right? They were down by like 10 or 15 points as it rotated to P3. And as that happened, they were able to get in P3. They were able to own those spawns, control the map on the left-hand side of the map. And now all of a sudden they have a 40-point lead. We'll see if they're able to get in and contest at all when it comes down to P4. But as it rotates to P5, if it's a tie ball game, they have map control and it rotates to P5, then they're in perfect position to go ahead and win this map. And that's really what it takes, right? Get that one rotation, get that 60-second hill, and if you get that, you're going to end up with the lead and just play it out on rotations from there. Let's go ahead. Let's listen back in.
Time still.
Yeah, they're
I have
naming this
left,
shit
I
hard.
have left.
Yeah, I got
I'm
time.
getting mid still.
Baby. Nice
I
guy.
have
Brock,
middle
there's
too.
2 fork.
Yeah, they're flooding. They're flooding.
Yeah, got me.
Nothing hitting left.
Open.
You.
Open crate.
You.
Open rock.
You.
Rock,
Three-dle, one you.
Stand by to move.
rock,
Don't
rock,
push
rock.
that.
Yeah,
Don't
you
push
got
that
me.
anymore.
Hitting force. Hitting
Yeah,
force. I
you-
spawned
we
down.
can
I'm
look
spawned-
at this.
I'm flanking. I'm flanking force. Flanking force.
Yeah, he's
Force
already
already?
deep, already
Dead,
deep.
dead,
Nice. Good
Good job.
Trying to get
That
close.
guy,
I'm trying to
that
get
guy's
close.
gonna spawn here.
Rock
Rock
assault.
D3.
Rock assault weak.
Alright, watch over me back right. Alright.
Yeah, I am.
He's half wall, half wall.
Let's look deep right.
Yeah,
Listen.
one's deep right, Alec. I
Alright,
only have a
chow
sub,
him.
bro.
Tell him to
Yeah,
chow him.
yeah, he's weak. He's weak. He's weak.
Two it on fast.
I'm still on my shit.
Oh, I should have finished
Dude, on
kill.
front door.
Two
I'm trying to
office
get
guys.
go,
Two
go,
office.
go,
Just
go, go,
just
go,
get out.
go,
Just
go,
get out,
go,
guys.
go,
Play your lives. Good shit.
One
One's
point
1v3. That's one deep. That's one deep.
Front door,
Yeah,
doggy.
one
I'm
box is on you guys.
I'm doggy. I'm doggy.
Oh,
Yeah,
boxes right now.
boxes,
Good shit.
One top boxes.
There's
Oh,
two.
you
Half
got
wall.
Yo, he's on. He's charging. Front door. Front door.
Force.
Look at
I'm
front door.
pitching.
I'm front door.
Front door.
Nice.
Asom's
Yo,
dead.
I'm getting the back.
You got they
Yeah,
both
you
got
got here.
teammated, I
Yeah,
guess.
you
I don't know.
One back door. Back door. That back door.
Shit, pressing.
Nothing else.
No one,
Shut.
back
You're in
door.
time?
He's waiting for you,
8
doggy.
on, 1 shot.
Dead, dead.
There's 1 middle. They spawned
Tap push.
DP3.
Spawn war. Spawn
Yeah,
woods.
it's spawn P3. Spawn P3.
Boxes on
Yo,
me.
it's 8
Ace
on, 8 on, 8
Ace
on.
on weak,
Flanking
Ace on weak.
boxes.
Yeah, one will hit water.
One
I got one.
right on, one right on.
I want
Yo, box on me.
You
Assault.
can't cross. Oh, fuck.
Wow.
I have
I'm
time. I
going
have time.
around with you, whoever this is.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, he's crates behind us.
Great.
Fuck is that?
I'm spawn killed. And you.
Pipes flat.
You ace him.
Two
Water
left,
ramp,
left.
water ramp, pace him. And one's
CRCs keeps checking the score right
Is that
there.
Russell?
He knows what's
Yo,
on
dirt,
deck
dirt,
here.
dirt.
I have
Sure,
two
dead,
left
dead,
on me.
dead.
To
Shitting on
you.
this
To you. To you.
Yeah, I'm
guys.
hitting right, I'm hitting right.
Yo, that's makes me. Flanking force.
Absolute fork.
Nice. Hold on.
Ace him still alive. Ace him
Waiting.
still
I'm
alive.
waiting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
looking
waiting.
for him. I'm looking
Ace
for him.
him.
This smoke
I
is
don't
lasting
see him. I
forever,
don't see
bro.
him. I don't see him.
He just turned on me.
Next
Two
time.
bathrooms, dead.
Good job.
I don't see Ace.
Trying to
Still
take
missing Ace
that.
guys.
Another
Still
pipe.
missing Ace
In
guys.
bathroom.
I got him one shot rock.
Alex,
One
is
shot rock.
you?
That's him in bathroom.
Justin's one shot rock.
Top crate.
Top right, guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Right,
pick up right.
I
Yeah.
see bathrooms. I give. Yo, bathroom. Back bathroom.
Bathroom hurt.
From back.
I'm looking at bathrooms. I'm looking at bathrooms.
Alex is from
Can't look
bathroom.
down.
I'm holding right still.
Oh my god.
In it old.
One
Is he still
shot.
bathrooms?
Yes.
Ace him still bathrooms yet.
Dude, fuck off.
He could have hit
Wrong time.
water.
No one dirt ramp.
We could have went water. Could have went water to new guys.
Durham got me. Durham got me.
I mean,
Back
I've
up,
had
Ace
right,
is
I've had right. He
back up.
could have gotten good
No,
timing.
that's him on old. That's him on old.
Fuck is
Okay.
Ace.
I'm pretty
One
sure he's
back
on
up,
old.
one back up.
I'm pretty positive.
Yo, back up for me, silly. Silly back up, silly back
Pushing
up.
left. That's Ace. Yeah, that's Ace.
Four?
There's two forklifts. Two
Back up,
forklifts.
back up.
So at this point in time, it really is just the excitement of the 50 bomb, right? Because they have spawns for P2. So as long as they can stop 1 or 2 pushes from Minnesota from mid-map, they're going to end up winning. But let's go ahead. Let's listen to the last 8 seconds here.
Side door.
I'll kill him. I'll
Oh
kill
my
him.
gosh.
Side door dead.
We spawned
Back
crates
up,
now.
back
we
up,
spawned
Getting
back
crates.
turned on by
back
this
up.
fucking kid. One shot.
2 seat on. 2 front door fast.
I got one front
Door
door.
absolutely.
Fuck.
They're gonna be AC door now.
Died.
AC door now.
Back door, one shot Ace him, one shot Ace him.
Coming, I'm coming.
No one lockers.
Two.
One shot in the back Ace him.
Yeah, it knifed me.
Oh, I didn't even reload. They're out.
Good job.
Dude, I got turned on
Shit.
by that kid.
What the
Nice,
hell?
bro.
50 bomb.
50.
50
Oh my
bomb.
God.
50 bomb. Oh.
And there you hear them all announcing the 50 bomb. RCTYS is 50, and we'll see the death count here in a second. But yeah, I mean, just like we talked about towards the beginning of the video, the guy just feels like he's at home, right? He's finally got the AR back in his hand. That duo of him and Formal is going to be what ends up taking them to the promised land if they can go through and end up capitalizing in champs. RCTYS 50 and 25. Pristini +6. Nice map out of him and both Scump also. Envoy went -4 and Formal was 20 and 28. So a little bit of an off game from him. Underneath, Alex and Silly ended up playing really well, even though they were both just a tiny bit negative. That's a ton of interactions around the map, so they made a lot of things happen on the way to the 250 to 203 victory for the Chicago Huntsmen. So if you guys are new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I put out brand new videos like this every single day. Any comments, put them down below. I love the interactions. Please leave a like. It helps out the channel. Thank you guys so much. We will catch you in tomorrow's upload.